Hello there.
Well, hello, beautiful.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Fandom Fights Summer Tournament. It's the singles tournament. Very much looking forward to it. This is the first match of said tournament, and we've got an exciting one for you. We got the number 8 seed, Thomas Scully. He's going up against the number 9 seed, Jacoby Bancroft. Both of these guys have played in many a tournament. Actually, I don't know that about Jacoby. I feel like he has. Scully definitely has, but I feel like Jacoby's played in a couple of these, and This is a great match to kick it off. Scully came back this season, I think, to a slower start than he anticipated, but still getting the wins that he needed to earn his spot here today. And Jacoby, on the other hand, earlier this year, won the team's belt, has played very good in singles as well. So Jacoby's having a really, really great season in Fandom across the board. I'm looking forward to seeing what this does, what they do today. Nick, I've said many things, but I'm probably forgetting something, so tell me.
They both lost to Amaru, and now they're here.
Ooh. Yikes. No, I'm just kidding. This is going to be a good match. I think I'm very excited about it. Nick, anything else? Are we good? Have I made it awkward enough?
You're wearing a shirt.
I don't have to, but I don't think that would be very good. Let's get into the promos. Let's go to the promos.
Yeah, great. So yeah, I'm here facing Scully, which I am both excited and scared for. You know, I was hoping for maybe a little easier match after I faced Rue, but to immediately go from Rue to Scully is daunting because Scully is one of the greats. But I'm excited for this. I don't know if I've ever played Scully. I don't remember. And you know, there was a time way back in the day, Scully and I had a Schmodown show together. You know, if you ask me anything about that, I don't remember a single thing that we did, but I remember that we did it. So now here we are facing each other. So that should be fun. I'm very excited to play Scully and excited for this match. Happy to be here. Fortune favors the bold, wrong side of the river.
Yep, Summer Series. I'm here. I'm excited. This is I think my third singles tournament. I'm always in like the 1-8-16 corner, so that top corner, you must love me. But yeah, this is the first time I think I've ever played Jacoby in anything. But yeah, we go way back, former faction mates, back when, you know, we had to rely on Brooklyn to show up on time, or we would be, as we are now, managerless. But I'm excited. Love Jacoby. Hopefully it's a great match. But personally, I want the win. So let's do it.
Nick,
Yeah.
what's the Schmodown?
I just wanted to say that I think pretty soon Jacoby's entire 30-second promo is going to be taken up by catchphrases.
I actually did want to say that I love that we pointed this out in his last match, I think, but Jacoby always is such a good debater over in FANZONE debate and is so articulate and great. And then when he has to do his own promo and anything, he's like, and I love it. It's so good. Nick, let's get into round number 1. How's it going to work?
Round number 1 is going to work like this. There's going to be 10 questions in the realm of Fandom Fights. Once the players hear the question, they will have 15 seconds to write down their answer. At the end of 15 seconds, we'll say pens down, at which point the players will reveal their answer and say it aloud. Each correct answer is worth 1 point apiece. If the individual player get all 10 questions correct in round number 1, they would receive a bonus question. Each player will have 3 repeats, 1 challenge for the entirety of the match. Players any questions as we get into round number 1.
Nope.
Your first question comes in the category of creature features. In Jurassic World, what type of dinosaur does Claire release from its paddock to fight the Indominus Rex?
Nick.
Yeah.
In the match that we shot yesterday. Okay, so
Yeah.
we shot it yesterday. There are still some questions in there that didn't get used. I want to make sure you know. And if I don't tell you now, I'm going to forget. but also creature features. 5, 4,
Jeez, where'd that come from?
3, 2, 1. Pens down. We are going to start with Jacoby
T-Rex.
and Scully.
T-Rex.
T-Rex is correct. Your next question is going to come in the category of mixed bag. Ooh, what could it be? Who is the only member of the original 6 Avengers to have had a physical fight against Iron Man, Thor, and Captain America?
What?
Oh, man.
This round one not written by yours truly.
I love this question, though.
Thank you.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Yeah, repeat that, please.
All right, that's going to be the first repeat for Jacoby. Your question again. Who is the only member of the original 6 Avengers to have had a physical fight against Iron Man, Thor, and Captain America? I have something very exciting to tell you.
What?
I wrote some questions. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Scully
Captain America.
and Jacoby.
I said the Hulk.
Captain America is correct.
That makes sense.
You like
I
thought of
I no brag, but I got that right away. As soon as you
that.
I would have gotten it eventually, Scully. I just needed 5 or 6 more minutes.
Your third question comes in the category of the worlds of DC. Who plays Lois Lane in Man of Steel?
You think you could pull off this role?
Yeah. Pull it off, throw it away.
We talked about this in a match that happens in the future. That you're a good actor. You could inhabit any role, probably.
Oh, the hammer pulled you off.
Yeah, that was good.
See,
Roll the hammer on your back. 5, 4,
Oh my God. Hammer
2,
pulled you off.
1. Pens down. Jacoby
Amy Adams.
and Scully.
Amy Adams.
Amy Adams is correct. Your next question coming from the category of Marvel. In which Marvel movie does a character enter a wrestling competition in order to win money to buy a car? Your first car, go.
Minivan.
Really?
Periwinkle Blue.
Nice.
Town and Country. Grand Caravan.
Nice.
Had storage under the seats. Used to sneak alcohol in it in college.
Have
Great
to.
for hauling the kitties.
5, 4, 3,
Almost said
2, 1. Pens down. That. Okay. We're gonna go to Scully.
I wish it was in theaters where I was Spider-Man.
Same. I would have had to drive an hour and a half. Jacoby.
Spider-Man.
That is correct. So it's 4-3. What is next, Nick?
Your next question comes in the category of criminal underworld. Which criminal underworld character has, throughout their series of films, killed multiple people in a nightclub, cut off their own finger, and fallen down a large flight of steps?
Do you remember when I fell down the steps? Did I ever tell you about that?
No. Are you okay?
Oh, I'm fine now. It hurt then. It was like 2 years ago, a little over 2 years ago. And I was right when we got Bucky. And I went outside to clean up his shit. And it was raining, and I slipped on the steps and fell on my back and slid down the steps.
Oof.
Into the shoe?
No.
Okay.
No.
It
But I'm
could've been
surprised that the wooden steps didn't break under the weight of my mass. 5, 4,
You're saying is it could have been worse.
2. Yes. 1. Pens down. Let's go to Jacoby.
It'd be weird if it was like Danny Ocean, but John Wick.
And Scully.
It's actually his sister. John.
Yeah, Danny Ocean did all that.
John Wick is correct. Your next question, guys, is in the category of YA. In Twilight Eclipse, what specifically does Bella do that causes her to break her hand? Have you ever broken a bone?
So many.
Really?
Yeah. 8, I think, is the tally.
Anything major?
All of it.
Ooh, yeah, because you are precious. So every bone is major in there.
Indeed.
I've never broken a bone. I've sprained, but I've not broken.
I'll just hit you with the list. But arm twice, wrist once, 2 ribs, skull
Same
plate,
arm, same ribs?
jaw.
You broke your jaw? 5.
You did, yeah.
What?
It's a very
3,
common time in 7th
2,
grade.
1, pens down. I need more after this. Let's go to Jacoby
Didn't she punches Jacob?
and Scully.
So she jumps off a cliff.
She punches Jacob is correct. So
Nice. Good pull.
Jacoby ties it up 5-5. What is next, Nick?
Your next question comes in the category of Star Trek. And the question is, in which Star Trek movie will you hear the quote, "Cry havoc and let slip the dogs of war"?
Okay, so how'd you break your jaw?
Basketball.
Oh, like you were fouled and then
Little bald kid, slightly shorter than me,
fucking
kind of
bald.
like lunged at me, and his bald head, like,
Son of a bitch.
yeah.
Same arm and or same ribs?
Same arm, 2 different ribs at once. Skull plate above the eye, nose, vertebrae, pelvic bone,
Pelvic bone. How'd that happen? 5,
baseball, kind of like
3. How'd the
rail-
skull thing happen? 1. Pens
trampoline.
down. Trampoline. Jesus Christ. Were you cared for as a child? Let's go to Jacoby.
Sounds like a con thing. Star Trek Into Darkness.
No. Scully.
Star Trek 6, The Undiscovered Country.
The Undiscovered Country is correct. 6-5. Your next question is coming in the category of Jimmy B, James Bond. Who directed Casino Royale? There was something else in there that was shocking. The head, the pelvic. Oh, it was the vertebrae. You said, is that what you said?
Yeah,
How'd that happen?
soccer.
So all of these were you being dumb with sporting activities.
Oh no, they were kind of other people's fault.
Okay, the trampoline was someone else's fault.
Yep, I was trying to get down, and my sister wouldn't stop jumping, and everyone knows you're not supposed to jump when someone's trying to get down, because then they get hurt.
It sounds like you were
Are we sure Nick is
I broke my arm too.
4. Jeez. 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Scully
Martin Campbell?
and Jacoby.
Martin Campbell.
Martin Campbell is correct. 7-6. What's next, Nick?
Your penultimate question comes in the category of Pixar. Name one half of both couples whose wedding takes place in a Pixar movie. We'll give you a little extra time.
Yeah. You've broken many things. This is wild.
Yeah.
I hate to keep ragging on this, but this is pretty intense stuff.
Broke my arm on the trampoline, cast about 6 months.
Nice.
Get the cast off, run home, real excited, energetic kid. I get to use my arm again. Ran immediately outside to climb on the monkey bars, fell, broke it again.
No.
Yeah.
How old were you?
Young.
Oh, your mom was probably so pissed.
She was very upset, yes.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat.
All right, that's going to be the first repeat for Scully.
Your question again. Name one half of both couples whose wedding takes place in a Pixar movie.
I haven't been to a wedding in a while.
I have. I'm going
The
again.
last one I went to was a friend of mine who stood up in my wedding. He got married like a year and a half ago. Went to that one on my birthday. That was fun. He actually told me today that he's having a baby, so that was very exciting. He reached out and he said, "Help me, please. I need advice." And I said, I am the wrong dad to come to for that. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's start with Jacoby.
God, I'm totally forgetting Carl's wife's name. I said Carl and Ellie. I don't think that's her name though.
And Scully.
You said one half of both, so I said Carl and then Don.
Both are incorrect. It is Carl and Ellie, but we needed one half or both of each. The other one is Bob and Helen Parr.
Oh my God.
Oh.
So we cannot.
Wait, can I hear that question? Can you say that one more time? I just was curious on that wording.
Name one half of both. Name one half of both couples whose wedding takes place in a Pixar.
One half. Okay. One half of both couples. Okay. All right. I get that. Now, I thought like half of, you have to name 2 out of 4, but I guess
that's fair.
But both were close on that one. So 7-6 is still the score as we get into the final question of the round. It's in the category of epic adventures, and your question is: at what type of location are the Pevensey children when they are first pulled into Narnia in Prince Caspian? I remember seeing this in the theater, and being like, "Fuck."
I read this book.
I did too. I've read all of them many times. I dropped my.
I read the first 2 and then said, "Ew, read."
The first 3 are all really good, and then there's a couple others I like. But yeah, I read these books a lot as a small child. 5 and teen, I guess. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Scully.
Subway station.
And Jacoby.
Subway station.
Both are correct. So Nick, at the end of round number 1, I got the score. Scully in the lead, 8-7. Is that what you have?
That's what I have, Tim.
How's round number 2 gonna work?
Round number 2 is going to work like this. It is the wheel round. We have a wheel with 8 Fandom categories on it, as well as spinners and opponent's choice. Each player will get a spin at the wheel. If they like what they spin the first time, they can keep it. If not, they can choose to spin again, but they will be forced to keep what they spin the second time. You'll get 5 questions in the chosen category, each worth 2 points apiece, unless you like to click down to multiple choice, in which case it'll only be worth 1, and be on the lookout as stealing is available in round number 2. Your categories on the wheel today are horror icons, sci-fi icons, creature features, epic adventures, Star Wars, mixed bag, Pixar, and Star Trek. Take it away, Tim.
All right. Scully, you're in the lead. Do you want to spin or defer?
I'll defer.
Okay, this is going to be the spin for Jacoby. Jacoby, it lands on Star Trek.
Can I see the wheel again? Sorry.
You can. Absolutely.
Creature, Star Trek. It's not. I want this one over. Let's spin again.
All right. Good job.
Ooh, and it lands on spinner's choice.
Why did I put Criminal Underworld on this wheel? I put the other one, and I just like stupid. Okay, he's on Pixar. Okay, creature features, apes, turtles, jaws. Horror. Sorry. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. I like you naming the categories.
I had to remember which I'm going to do
Because there's so many now.
I know, there's so many of these categories.
Pipe down.
Let's do horror icons.
All right.
Yeah, horror icons. Let's do it. I decided.
All right, Nick, will you please go ahead and give Jacoby his questions in the category of horror icons?
Gladly, Jacoby, are you prepared for your questions in the category of horror icons?
I have 2 repeats, right?
You do indeed.
Okay, 7 to 8. Okay, all right.
Your first question. Which Nightmare on Elm Street film features someone finding the diary of Nancy Thompson?
Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge.
That's correct for 2 points. Right, Jacoby, your second question. Who directed Halloween H2O 20 years later?
Directing. Who did direct that? Did someone come back? I don't think. No, someone did come back.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Multiple choice, please.
Your multiple choice options are: is it A, Rick Rosenthal, B, Steve Miner, C, Rennie Harlan, or D, Ronnie Yu?
A.
A is incorrect. Scully, chance for the 1-point steal. Your options again are A, Rick Rosenthal, B, Steve Miner, C, Rennie Harlan, or D, Ronnie Yu.
Steve Miner.
That is correct for the 1-point steal. All right, Jacoby, your third question. In the original Friday the 13th, how does Pamela kill Steve Christie, the new owner of Camp Crystal Lake?
The raincoat guy? I think that is Steve. Steve Christie in the original Friday. She stabs him.
That is correct.
I was like, I think it happened sort of off screen, but I think because you don't see it. Yeah, so I was just like, yeah. Let's go safe here.
All right, Jacoby, your penultimate question. In Dream Warriors, what appliance in her house is Kristen trying to use, which Freddy brings to life and uses to cut her wrists?
Five, four, three.
Let's go multiple.
Your multiple choice options are: is it A, refrigerator, B, toilet, C, toaster, D, sink?
Ooh, I'm not sure. I'm gonna go sink.
That's correct for 1 point.
Yeah.
All right, and Jacoby, your final question. The last person Michael kills as a child had what profession in Rob Zombie's Halloween?
Kills as a child has what profession? These movies are bad. He doesn't kill
Five,
as a child.
three.
Multiple, please.
Your multiple choice options are: is it A, police officer, B, reporter, C, janitor, D, nurse?
Child. Oh, he. Yeah, I think he. Nurse.
That is correct for
Yeah.
one more point.
Yeah.
I believe with a spork. All right.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Jacoby gets his total up to 13. Is that what you have, Nick?
That's what I have, Tim.
Okay, so we're going to move over to the spin for Mr. Scully. This spin brought to you by Nike. Flow Fit Shorts. Buy them now.
I have those.
It's a free spin. And it lands on Epic Adventures.
I'll take that.
Okay. All right, Scully, I'll be giving you your questions in the category of Epic Adventures. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
All right, your first question. Which Epic Adventures film features the characters Professor Kirk and Mr. Beaver?
The Chronicles of Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
That's correct for 2 points. Your second question. Who plays Elizabeth's father, Governor Swan, in the first 3 Pirates of the Caribbean films?
Oh, that's oh my God, what's his name? Oh my God, what is his name?
5, 4,
What was his
3,
name?
2.
Multiple choice.
All right, your multiple choice options are A, Jack Davenport, B, Tom Hollander, C, Jim Broadbent, or D, Jonathan Price.
Can pull his last name, Jonathan Price.
That's correct for 1 point. Your third question. What city does Indy go to first meet up with Sala in Raiders of the Lost Ark?
Cairo.
That is correct for 2 points.
City of the living.
Your penultimate question. What type of orc does Gandalf tell Radagast he saw ranks of in Battle of the Five Armies?
Ooh. Gundabad.
That is incorrect. Jacoby, chance for a 2-point steal.
All right. Not even close to a word that I could. What type of orc? A
5, 4, 3, 2.
Fargle.
Oh, that is incorrect. We were looking for Moria orc.
Moria.
A Moria orc.
Damn it.
Gundabad was a multiple choice option, though. Scott.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I would have.
Me too. If you didn't say that, I would.
All right, Scully, your final question in Epic Adventures. What does Elizabeth do to distract Jack while she shackles him to the ship's mast for the Kraken to eat him at the end of Dead Man's Chest?
She kisses him.
Right on the mouth. That's correct for 2 points.
Big old
So
slobbery.
Scully has the lead, getting his total up to 16, but Jacoby close behind with 13. Is that what you have, Nick?
That's what I have, Tim.
All right, we're going to get into round number 3. It's the betting round. How's it going to work?
Round number 3, the betting round, is going to work like this. There's going to be 5 more questions to the round of Fandom Fights. Once the players hit a category, they can bet anywhere between 0 and 2 points on the question. If they get the question correct, they will gain those points. If they get the question incorrect, they will lose those points. We will play until someone is mathematically eliminated or we have reached the end of the match. Players, any questions as we get into round number 3?
Nope.
Let's do it.
Great.
All right, first category you can bet points on is Criminal Underworld. Let's get bets, starting with Scully.
We'll go 2.
Okay, and Jacoby.
2.
All right, your question is, God damn it, which 2 characters go to space in F9?
F9.
F9. Have you seen the film F9?
Is that why you've been like giggling to yourself?
Yeah, that's why I was giggling. I read the question. I was like, fucking
It's
hell.
the first for worst one.
Did you know that me and Cody had a chance to see a Fast and Furious film in the theater together, and instead we saw Dora and the City of the Lot, whatever the fuck that movie was called? I don't even remember. 5,
I didn't know that.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's start with Scully
Roman and Ted.
and Jacoby.
For the first 5 seconds, I totally blanked on those characters' names. I was like Ludacris and you know that other guy. So Roman and Tej. Yeah.
Roman and Tej is correct. 18-15 is the score. Nick, what's next?
Your next category is the Wizarding World.
Let's get bets, starting with Jacoby
2.
and Scully.
2.
All right, Nick, what's the question?
Your question is, actor Matthew Lewis appears in how many Wizarding World films?
Fuck me. This is the right guy.
Would you go to space?
No.
Not even just like for a quick little
No.
trip?
I'm deathly afraid of 2 things in this world, and it is space and it is the ocean.
You wouldn't have to do it like in a car.
Yeah, but even still, you'd have to deal with all the G-force and stuff. Dude, I threw up on the fucking Disney ride.
So throw up and then tell everyone you went to space. Get over it.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Jacoby, we're starting with you.
I said 5.
And Scully.
8.
Oh.
And your winner, Thomas Scully, 8 is the correct answer. Nick, a final score of 20-13. Excellent year for film. The year my heart was first broken. But my heart not broken by this match. This was excellent. Nick, thoughts?
Jacoby's been having a killer year. And I think Scully really didn't want to let round 3 go on very long because when people do that against Jacoby, bad things happen to them.
Yeah.
But it was kept close the entire match up till that point. The two just had to swing 2 on each question in the final round there. It was great. I think 2-3 years ago, Scully was maybe here and Jacoby was maybe here, and everyone else was like, no. Jacoby was very good, but Scully was like top of the world. And if those two played at that point in time, I think it would have been no contest. But coming into this match today, I think Jacoby has elevated himself to a level to where I was like, either of these guys could win this easily.
Oh, absolutely. I think like not to go on too long, but like I've thought about this a lot where like you and I like we're friends with a lot of these people, so we have to kind of be like, oh, like good job and hey, but I feel like also part of our job is to be a little blunt on how these people are. And going into the match today, I probably would have bet on Jacoby just based on how Scully's played recently. But Scully came to play in this one. 8 points in round 1 is his best since he's been back in teams or singles. He played really, really great. Mm-hmm. So he deserves the win. But Jacoby was fantastic as well. This was a great match.
Yeah, I think Scully's back to form, and I think Jacoby has been in great shape and deserves a break. So,
yeah,
I'm happy for him. But yeah, he's been killing it in just about every league we have here.
Yeah.
The dude needs a break. But Scully played fantastic.
All right, so we'll go talk to them right now in the post-match interviews.
Jacoby, a lot of people will take like a year and be like, this is the year where I'm going to focus on Melee and like try and get good at that. And then next year, like I'll focus on Fandom and try and get good at Fandom. You kind of like are taking it month by month. And
yeah.
At the moment, you're doing like not in the timeline, but we will have already seen what happened with you in Melee, what's going on currently. But in real life, like at the same time you're shooting this, you're doing very big things in Melee. So maybe your attention is a bit diverted at the moment. But after playing in a contender match, after winning teams belts, and taking a former champion like Scully as far as you did and making him sweat as much as you did, I think you've already given yourself a killer year in every league you've played in. Are you excited for a break, or are you a little bummed that you didn't get to go on in the tournament?
Both, it always sucks to be eliminated in the first round of a tournament, but I knew, going against Scully, I knew Scully is the Hall of Famer. Scully is great. Scully is so good. I knew I had to come to play, and I probably made a tactical error in picking a category that I wasn't like, I was just like, should I try with the new ones? But I put like creature features on the wheel, but I still haven't seen those damn turtle movies, and I was afraid of those. I was just like, I can't. I should watch those at one point, and then so I went with horror icons. And I had to check down, a few times and missed one there, and you can't do that against somebody like Scully for sure. But yeah, so both bums, but a break is nice. Some of my nights will be free from now on. But I'm always grateful, for the chance to play because I love what we do. So
of course, yes, Jacoby, this you will get a break, well-deserved break. We will see you again. We will see you and Rue again before year's end. Is there anyone you're open to play? You've been playing giants like Rue and Koho and Scully. Is there anyone? Do you want to keep playing on that level, or are you maybe hoping that someone?
Give me Joe. Give me David. Give me one of those big. Bring it on at this point. I'm gonna regret that later, but I'm making my own circle, or cycle, right? It's not the circle, the cycle. I want to play I want to lose against all the greats. So that's my goal. That's the new cycle that I'm doing, and I want to do that. So
sounds like a plan. Jacoby, congratulations on a match. Well played, and we'll see you real soon. Thomas Scully, Tim, I think undersold you a bit. Sure, your first match back was a little rough, but then you played a very, very good match against Amaru, who's playing on fire. Right? Like I don't think anyone should be surprised losing to Amaru the way he's playing right now. I think you played very good in that. I think you played very good in this, and I think a win against Jacoby means a lot more today than it may have a couple years ago. I think Jacoby's gotten to the level where he can compete against you and Rue and even Joe and David and the people he just called out. The win today has got to feel real good. It's good. You keep your streak alive. I'm pretty sure I can confidently say you've never lost in the first round of a tournament.
No, I lost to Wookiee mistake with Boatman.
In singles.
Oh, in singles? No, I don't think so.
Teams. No, in singles. I think you keep your streak alive. You've done historically very well in tournaments. And it's nice to see that streak stay alive. How are you feeling? Is all the dust officially kicked off? Are you back? Are you ready to go? Does this match sort of get you there?
Not all the dust. I think a revisit to Middle Earth might be opportune. Gundabad, Moria, a little irritated. I mixed the two up, but that's just me. But other than that, I like how the round one did. Much more consistent. Um, drop a point here, drop a point there. I knew that, especially with no Cody, I could afford a point here, a point there, and just get ahead, stay ahead, don't make stupid mistakes. In round three, I'm glad I bet 2 on Criminal Underworld. I thought about going 1 because of the missed John Wick question against Rue. Because honestly, I left way too many points on the board against Rue. I feel like I should have at least either at least taken that match to sudden death or won it on that question. But tournament time, I think I always mentally kick into another gear. So being the 8th seed, there's opportunities galore to make statements.
There sure are. Yeah, no, and I think making a statement against Jacoby, who's won a belt this year, who's played in a contender match, is definitely a good statement. You're going to have to make another one in your next match because as the 8th seed, I'm sure you're very familiar with how tournaments work. You're going to have to play either the number 1 seed, Abel Deleu, or the number 16 seed, Kaiser Huang. And usually I tell people this, and I say, like, you know, you're going to play one of these two, and in my head, I'm kind of like, I feel like I know who you're going to be playing. With this whole tournament, you could be playing the 16th seed in your next match, but you also could be playing a former champion. Do you have thoughts or preferences about which one you would play?
I have thoughts about your rankings method because Kaiser at 16 is like, that is just.
He had to win a play-in.
It speaks to how deep the league is now versus when I left the first time. Kaiser is such a great competitor, and he always has the worst luck, I feel. Like when he played me, he had a lot of just rough questions that he was just like, if he had like a second or two more, he could have gotten. And him and Abel, that's going to be a really fun match to sort of see who comes out on top. If it's Kaiser, great. I've played him before. We know each other well. That'll be a fun one. If it's Abel, that'll be fun too.
It'd be the first former champion you will have played since your return, and granted, you played him in teams already, so maybe looking for a little revenge, maybe looking to see Kaiser against Scully. Whatever it is, I'm excited to see it because I think you're back to form. You may have some things to brush up on, but you missed 3 questions today. That's the Scully of old for sure. So congratulations on the win, and we will see you in round number 2.
Appreciate it.
Nick, excellent match. I want to thank Jacoby. I want to thank Scully for playing. Thank you to Nick and whoever wrote that round 1 that wasn't Nick, that I liked a lot of the questions in. I've been Tim. We will see you guys next time with another great match, but until then, have a great night. See ya.